how y'all doing? Welcome and welcome back to my channel. Today I thought it'd be really fun to do a transition into fall, preparing for fall kind of reading vlog, where I'm basically going to be reading some books that give me like those fall vibes, and then doing some like fall related things, primarily decorating my bedroom, which I'm so excited for. I am just so ready for there to be pumpkins all in my background here. I am literally so excited. The weather still kind of feels like summer, which is unfortunate, but hopefully the pumpkins and the Halloween decor will be enough to satisfy me until the cold weather actually begins. But anyways, I have a stack of books here that I thought that I would read during this vlog, and I am so excited about it. So the first one is the one that I'm going to start today. Literally could not be more thrilled. It is the Bookwanderers by Anna James. This is the first book in the Pages & Co series. It's a middle grade series. I recently bought this book and I have been wanting to read this for so many years, and I just finally got my hands on a copy. And I don't really know why this gives me fall vibes. I think it just seems like it's going to be a really cozy, fun time. All I know is that our main character Tilly kind of gets sucked into these fictional worlds. I know it deals with Anne of Green Gables, I believe also Alice in Wonderland, and it just seems like the perfect book for me. I actually have the next couple of books in this series on hold at the library that I just need to go pick up, so I'm going to be doing that at some point during this vlog as well. They don't have like the last books in the series, and I believe there's still one more coming out, maybe even two more coming out, I'm not entirely sure. So I'm not going to be able to read the entire series in one go like I would like to, and I just feel like it's very important to mention that I am using an Anne of Green Gables bookmark, and I feel like this is going to be hard to show you because it's like laser cut, but look how stunning that is. This came with an edition of Anne that I bought last year, and I have never used it before. But anyways, I felt like I had to mention that because this book deals with Anne of Green Gables, so I'm very excited about this one, and this is the one, like I said, that I'm going to be jumping into first. And then I thought that the perfect book to kind of transition into fall would be Truly Devious by Maureen Johnson. This is the first book in a mystery series, and I feel like a lot of people associate mysteries and thrillers with the fall season, and I don't have that many mystery books on my like actual physical TBR. This is one of the only ones, and it also just so happens to be on my 2022 TBR. So kill two birds with one stone. I'm very excited about this book. I know lots of people love this book. Some of my friends love this book and have recommended it to me, so I'm very excited to get into this one. And potentially, if I love it, I might also try to get the other books at the library. I believe they are available right now. I just don't want to like jump the gun and put them on hold yet. I don't know, I might, we'll see how I feel, but I am very excited for this one as well. I know it deals with like a boarding school, which also gives me fall vibes, and murders, which gives me fall vibes. And I know that it has like two timelines as well. One's in 1936 and one I believe is present day. So I'm very excited to get into this one. Hopefully I love it. And then the last ones on my TBR are kind of pending on if the first one in the series comes into the library. I've had it on hold for a couple of weeks now, and I've been dying to get my hands on it, and the people who have it are just not returning it, and I'm really scared that they're not going to return it even though it's due this week. I guess we're going to have to wait and see, but hopefully the people who have the first book will return it soon. But I'm talking about the Locke Key comic graphic novel series. I have volumes 2 through 6. So I have all of the main volumes. These are very hard to hold up, but I have volumes 2 through 6, and I desperately want to read these. I watched the TV show on Netflix recently. I'm obsessed with it, and the show kind of gave me fall vibes, so I figured these would also give me the fall vibes. I'm just waiting for the first one to come in, like I said. I also put on hold this like story collection for the series as well. I believe it has like 3 stories or something, and that's available, so I need to go pick that up. But I really want to read these, and they've been taunting me so badly, but obviously I need the first volume before I can jump into them. But yeah, I am so excited for this vlog. I think it's going to be a really fun time. Fall is my absolute favorite season, and so I am just so excited to be transitioning into fall, getting ready for fall. I'm going to be decorating my room today, which I'm just so excited for, and I will be jumping into the Bookwanderers. Hopefully this won't take me too long to read. It is a very short book. I'm just kind of assuming it's not going to be a very hard read, but I'm literally so excited for this one. You have no idea. Okay, so I'm only on page 4 of the Bookwanderers, and they just mentioned that it is October during this book. So I think that my gut instinct telling me that this book was full of fall vibes was correct, because it's taking place in October, you know? So this book could not be more perfect to be reading for this vlog, I think, and I am so excited to continue reading. Page 43 now, and we've seen the introduction of Anne Shirley coming into our main character's world, and I find it a little bit hard to believe that our main character does not immediately recognize that it's Anne Shirley. Even now she's like, oh, she reminds me of Anne Shirley, and I'm like, she just mentioned specific things about Anne. Like she said, my name's Anne, spelled with an E. She mentioned Diana. She mentioned so many things that are specific to Anne of Green Gables, and I'm like, you were just reading the book and you say that Anne Shirley is one of your favorite characters. And like, I know she's a kid. I'm just finding it very hard to believe that like she wouldn't like catch on a bit quicker that it's Anne. I mean, like, I guess it's hard to believe, you know, the character is coming to life, but still, it just is bothering me just a little bit. Page 162 of the Bookwanderers, and I'm enjoying it so far. I'm unfortunately not obsessed with it yet. It's whimsical, it's fun, it's magical. A lot of talk about books, obviously, and loving books and the experience of loving books. Lots of fun quotes that if I was tabbing this book, I definitely would have tabbed. I'm just talking about love of books and what books can mean to people and whatnot. It is a fun time. We've been in a couple of stories now, which is a lot of fun. We found out what Bookwanderers means. I mean, obviously Bookwanderers means Bookwanderers, you know what I mean? Obviously I knew what the title kind of meant, but I didn't really like think about it too hard. But then I got to a part where I was like, oh, that's what Bookwanderers means. Anyways, I will just mention, in case you are thinking of reading this book, there have been a couple of mentions of Harry Potter thus far, so if that's something that's going to bother you, just be aware of that. But beyond that, I am enjoying it. I'm almost done. I'm over halfway through, so I anticipate that I will be able to finish this by tomorrow. I think I still have a bit of time before dinner, so I might try to sit down and read a little bit more, but then I probably won't be able to read any more of it today because I'm busy all evening hanging out with my friend, decorating for fall, so I will definitely be finishing this one tomorrow. And I think I would be interested to continue the rest of the series. Like I said, I do have a couple of the books on hold at the library. I think it'd be fun to just follow these kids on their adventures. I do like Tilly and her friend Oscar, and I think I would like following them through more adventures and through more books. But yeah, hoping to finish this tomorrow. Found out something wild in the Bookwanderers, let me tell ya. I feel like I kind of guessed it slightly. I don't remember when I guessed it yesterday when I was reading, but I had like a slight inkling about what was just revealed. Not like in specific of terms, but just like the broad idea of it. I know I'm being very vague, but my jaw still dropped. My jaw still dropped. Wild. Wild. now finished the Bookwanderers by Anna James. Why is the Bookwanderers so hard to say? Like, it sounds really weird. But anyways, I have now finished this book and I think I really enjoyed it. I'm not like as obsessed with it as I really wanted it to be when I was talking about it at the beginning of this video, but it was a really cute little story. It had some plot twists in there. Some that I was expecting, some that maybe I wasn't fully expecting or didn't know how it was gonna fully play out. But overall, like, it kind of kept me on my toes a little bit. It was cute, it was fun. The whole concept of like this world and the book wanderers is really interesting, and I think I will continue on with the books. I just need to go pick them up from the library. But I think overall it was a good and fun time. I think sometimes the writing style wasn't my favorite, but I'm keeping in mind that I am not the target audience for this book, so I tried not to care about the writing as much and just focus on the story, and I ended up being quite invested. There were some moments that were kind of like a little bit sad, and I found myself getting like a little emotional, and I cared about the characters, and I'm honestly really excited to kind of see where the story goes next and see where the characters go next. I really liked the ending of the book. Overall, it was a really good time, and I feel like it did get me into the fall mood because I did have a bookstore ambiance on in the background, considering that a lot of this book takes place in either like a bookstore or like a library, so I felt like that was appropriate, and I had jazz music playing and it just felt like the right vibe, you know? So I feel like this definitely did put me in the fall mood, so this was definitely the right book to start this vlog off with. But now I am ready to jump into Truly Devious tomorrow. I am literally so excited to jump into this. I think it's going to be such a good time. I'm also hoping that I'll be able to get to the library this weekend so that I can pick up the other books in this series, and I also have quite a few other books that are on hold right now, including I put the rest of this series on hold except for the newest book because I think it's a spin-off series and I don't quite know if I want to get into that, but I did put the other two books on hold. They're not yet ready, but hopefully by this weekend they will be. I wasn't going to, but then I figured just in case, I can always cancel the hold if need be, but I figured just in case I would put it on hold so that if I love this book I can just jump into the next ones. But I'm hoping that I'll be able to read this and, you know, satisfy myself until I can get to the library and get the other books that I would like to read soon. But I'm very excited about this one. I'm really hoping that it will give me all of the fall boarding school vibes that I am looking for. I'm very excited. This has been a long time coming. Chapter of Truly Devious. That was a really good first chapter. Like, it really set up the vibes of not only like the murder mystery but of the school itself, and I'm just very excited right now. Like, this was a good start to this book for me and I'm very excited. The first note that we saw from Truly Devious at the very beginning, my goodness, I'm so excited to read more because I do believe the notes continue in the book, I would imagine. So far I'm loving the vibes. I'm listening to a library ambiance, which is just really setting the mood. It feels like the right vibe. I really hope that I love the rest of the book as much as I loved that opening chapter because I really enjoyed it. 30 degrees out, but we're still gonna pretend like it's fall, okay? You know, we've hit that time of the year where I'm just pretending like it's fall and ignoring the heat and just doing what I want to do. But I have a library haul to share with you guys. I'm gonna have to go back to the library soon because I just put another book on hold at this same library because I forgot that the book came out, so I got really excited. And then I also have more books on hold at a different library that I'm just waiting for them to come in. So lots of library trips recently, which, you know what, proud of myself. Instead of going to buy these books, use in the library. Fun times. Anyways, I thought it'd be really fun to go through some of these books because some of them are relevant to this vlog. So the first ones I'll talk about are the next books in the Pages & Co series. So I put these on hold because I figured I would like the first book enough to continue with the other ones. I honestly don't know which one is the second and which one's the third. So I believe the second book is The Lost Fairy Tales and the third book is The Map of Stories. So these books are gorgeous, absolutely obsessed. I did really enjoy the first book, as you guys saw, so I am very excited to continue on with the series and see what happens with the rest of it. This is not the whole series. I believe there's still like 2 or 3 other books. It's not even like a finished series yet, like they're not even all out, but I'm very excited to continue and read the ones that I do have available to me. The next book I got, which I think I'm actually going to include in this vlog a little impromptu, and it is Mr. Penumbra's 24-Hour Bookstore. This is by Robin Sloan. I have been wanting to read this book, I think, since it came out, or like shortly after it came out. Okay, shortly after it came out. It came out in 2012, and I believe I became aware of it in like 2014, 2015 when I started watching BookTube, and I just never ended up picking myself up a copy of it, and I don't really know why, but it seems really good. Right off the bat, you know, it has the cozy bookstore vibes that I really associate with fall, but then it also seems like there's like a mystery going on with this bookstore. So we got like the mystery vibes there too, and it's also like not a very long book, so I figured this could be a great addition to this vlog. It's an adult novel, so we can round out this vlog with a little bit of middle grade, a little bit of YA, and a little bit of adult. So I'm very, very excited to get into this book. Like I said, it's been a very long time coming, so I'm very excited about this one. Not related to the vlog, but I picked up Let's Talk About Love by Claire Kahn. This is one that I'm reading for a different reading vlog that I'm not going to talk about too much, but I need to pick this one up soon-ish. And then I have Locke Key. This is not the first one in the series. I am still anxiously awaiting that one. But this one's called Heaven and Earth, and I believe it's just like a short story like collection within the Locke Key universe. So I'm gonna wait to read this obviously until I read the other ones, but I love this cover so much. Like the vibes of this I'm really here for. But like I said, still waiting on the first volume, so I can't even read the ones that I have. So that's my little library haul. Very excited about it. I haven't been to the library in a while, like this library. It's my childhood library and I'm just obsessed with it, so I had such a good time just browsing around for a few minutes. So reading update though. Truly Devious. I think I read a bit more potentially after last updating you. I could be wrong. I'm on page 33. I'm really enjoying this so far. The vibes seem fun. It just seems like the perfect book to be reading right now to get myself into the fall mood. I'm just getting the best vibes from it right now. And it was my plan to read it all day, but then I ended up going to the library and like doing some other things in the area. I had a book event that you guys saw that I went to. It was an HCC Frenzy event. I am an influencer for them, so I had that, and that took about an hour. So now it's currently 5:30 and I'm gonna read until around dinner time. I don't know when that's gonna be, and then I will hopefully read this for most of the night, and I'm literally so excited about it. So I'm gonna go ahead and get some reading done surrounded by my pumpkin fairy lights, my pumpkin pillow. It's just gonna be so good, and I'm really excited to jump back into this book. I've been wanting to do it since I like stopped reading yesterday, but I was video chatting Alyssa, so I'm really excited to jump back in. I just had to note that this line made me laugh so hard. So why was she so anxious? Because she had anxiety. My god, that is... it had me cackling, I'm not gonna lie. I'm on page 254 of Truly Devious, and I'm really loving this book. I love the characters, I love Stevie's anxiety, it's so good. I just really love the voice in this book. The mystery has me on the edge of my toes. Like, everybody is suspicious to me. I'm suspecting everybody at this point, and I love when books can do that. Like, genuinely have no idea. And I think I've heard that you don't get like any answers in this book, which I'm kind of excited about because I do have the other books on hold at the library, so like I can jump right into the next ones if I want to. So I'm kind of excited, but I don't know, I'm really enjoying it so far. Things have just happened, okay? And even though I was kind of expecting for them to happen, I still gasped. Like, I was fully expecting it. I like thought about it like at least 10 pages before it actually happened, thinking it was going to happen at that moment, and then it didn't, and then it happened a little bit later, and I was like so shocked by it, even though I literally said out loud that it was going to happen, and then it did, and I still gasped. Needless to say, I'm really enjoying it. I am texting one of my friends live updates as I read, which is always a fun time. But yeah, I am now over halfway through, and it's only 10:13 p.m. and I kind of just want to read it till it's done. Will I be staying up to finish this book? Only time will tell, but I figured I should do an update before I actually finish the book. I'm really enjoying it, which is so good because I feel like sometimes it's hard for me to like a mystery book, but I'm thoroughly enjoying this one. Like I said, I love Stevie, I love her anxiety, but I also just adore her love and fascination with crime and just like her detective skills. It's so much fun to read about. I feel like it reminds me a little bit of Serious Moonlight by Jen Bennett, just in terms of like how much I enjoyed that main character's like love of mystery and solving like mysteries and stuff like that. Like, I just loved it so much. I'm getting the same kind of like vibes from Stevie, which I'm highly enjoying. I'm really enjoying this book, which I'm so happy about because I feel like it's been on my TBR for so long and it's been on my radar for so long that there's always a chance that you're not gonna like it and you're gonna be disappointed. So far, I am not disappointed. I'm highly enjoying myself, and I'm so excited to see what the rest of this book has in store for me. I have no idea what's gonna happen. I'm so excited. So I just finished Truly Devious, and my goodness, I loved this book so much. My reaction at the end there was probably like a little bit over dramatic, but I really enjoyed this book. I will admit I was expecting a bit more from Truly Devious in this book, a bit more death. We didn't really get that, but there are 2 more books in this trilogy for more death to happen. But I really loved this book. I don't know what it was about it. The anxiety was good. I really liked Stevie. I liked David. I liked Nate. I loved just everything going on in this book. The vibes were perfect. This really was the perfect book to pick up in this vlog and to read in this time of the year where I'm transitioning into fall. It was just like the perfect book. I need the other 2. I need them to come in from the library right now so I can go and get them and continue reading because, my god, that was so good. I'm thoroughly obsessed with this. I will check back in with you tomorrow about what I'm going to read next, but my god, this was good. Okay, so it's the next day now, and we're actually going to go to Spirit Halloween, which is really exciting. I've already been to one, but we're going to a different location this time. So I thought I would just jump in, tell you guys what I'm going to read today. I think I'm going to actually read in the car on the way there, because I think it's like a 20 to 30 minute drive from our house. So that seems like good reading time to me. And I thought that I would also try to take some clips while we're there, potentially, if I remember. But I'm going to start Mr. Penumbra's 24-Hour Bookstore by Robin Sloan and read it in the car. I have a video to edit today, so I don't know how much reading I'm actually going to be able to get done today, but like I said, prime reading time in the car. So I'm really excited to start this one and go to Spirit Halloween and look at all of the spooky decor that they have. Okay, so I've finished Mr. Penumbra's 24-Hour Bookstore. I did not like this book. I'm utterly heartbroken that I did not enjoy this book because I have been looking forward to reading it since I was like 14 years old, and it's no one's fault but my own, honestly, because I thought that this was going to be kind of more of a cozier book, kind of following in the vein of The Storied Life of A.J. Fikry, which is one of my favorite books. I thought this would focus more on books themselves and like, you know, cozy bookstore vibes and maybe like a slight little fun mystery thrown in. But what I got instead was a mainly tech-heavy book. I would like $1 for every time the author mentions like Google or like some sort of iPad or iPhone or, you know, something like that. And there would be long paragraphs and pages even of just explaining the main character doing like coding things, and I wasn't interested in any of it. I can see how some people would like this book if that's something that they're looking for, but that's not what I was looking for. I also just didn't care for any of the characters. This book didn't give me, like I said, the cozy vibes that I was wanting, and I don't really want to talk about it for much longer because I'm loving this vlog so far and I'm loving all the books that I've been reading, and I don't want this to damper the mood at all. So we're gonna stop talking about it. But I feel like this was a bit of a misstep in this vlog. I feel like I should not have read it at all, but especially not in a fall themed reading vlog because this did not give me any of the cozy fall vibes that I was hoping it would. So we're gonna move along. I'm going back to the library tomorrow because Locke Key Volume 1 is ready for me to check out. I'm gonna go there tomorrow. So after I go to the library tomorrow, I will be picking up Locke Key. I don't know how many volumes I'll be able to get through tomorrow, but hopefully 1 at least, but hopefully more than that. So let's just hope that I love Locke Key as much as I'm hoping I'm going to, because Mr. Penumbra's was a huge disappointment. we went to the library earlier, as you saw, and I finally picked up Locke Key Volume 1, and I just read it. I wanted to read multiple today, like at least 2 or 3, but my eye is really bothering me, so this is the only one that I'm gonna be able to get through because I had to really push myself to finish it. So this graphic novel, this first volume, is quite different from the show so far. I mean, there's a lot of similarities, but I feel like the show kind of like eases into things a bit more, and it focuses more on like the characters and their lives, and lets the keys and the whole mystery of Key House and everything kind of not fall to the wayside, but I feel like it just integrates it a little bit better into the story and leaves a bit more of a mystery. I feel like there's no real mystery with this. Like, I feel like we already know kind of what's going on. I can say I do not love the art style in this. It's not my thing, and it's gonna take a while, I think, to get used to how the characters look in the graphic novel as opposed to the show. I can say that I enjoy the actors more than how they look in here. I'm just not the biggest fan of it. I don't know if I'm loving how things are unfolding in this in comparison to the show. I knew going into it that it would be different, and I figured that would be quite a lot different. I just don't know if I love this as much, and I'm just worried that all of my favorite parts of the show are not going to be the same in the graphic novel series. But I'm not obsessed with this, unfortunately. But I'm gonna continue reading them tomorrow. Hopefully my eye feels better by then. So far, I don't quite know what to make of this. It's not my favorite, but I'm hoping that it will grow on me, you know, as we go along, and hoping that I can kind of separate it from the show in my head. But I'm glad that I finally was able to get it and read it, because I've been wanting to do that for weeks now, so. So I didn't update properly last night, but I did finish volume 2 of Locke Key. This one's called Head Games. Didn't really like it. And then I read Crown of Shadows today. This is the 3rd volume. I think this is one of my least favorites so far. Not very good. And then I just finished Keys to the Kingdom, which is the 4th volume. Also didn't really like this one. I was feeling quite bored. Not gonna lie, I did skim some parts because I was getting tired of it. So I think it's safe to say that I really do prefer the TV show. I think it's one of those cases where these just came out quite a while ago, and so they're very outdated. There's a lot of really outdated language in this book, just words that they should not be using. One of them being the R word is used way too often. Not like it should be used at all, but it's used in excess, and there's just lots of things going on that I don't really like at all. So I think it is one of those cases where these are just so outdated, so when they did the TV show they updated things a lot and made it a lot better. And yeah, I'm not enjoying these. And honestly, I would probably DNF reading these. I was very, very close to DNFing this one and just not continuing, but I did put all of these onto my TBR for the month, and that doesn't mean that I need to read them, but I think I might. I don't know. I only have 2 volumes left, so I don't know. I might still try to finish these, but I'm just really not enjoying it, and I just don't know if I care to find out how these continue. I don't know. I might DNF the series and just not finish it. The vibes are just not here. I have so many other things on my TBR that I'd rather read. I'm not into it. I don't think I want to finish it. They're not good. In my opinion, it's just not my kind of thing. I don't love the art style. I don't love the story itself. I just much prefer it in the TV show. So you know what? I think I'm actually just gonna end the vlog here. I know that I have a lot of footage for this vlog, so it's gonna be super long. Locke and Key were like the last books that I wanted to read for this vlog. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope it put you in the fall mood if you weren't already. I know it definitely made me really happy. It made me really excited for fall, even though I was already really excited for fall. It just put me in a really good mood. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a huge thumbs up. Comment down below a couple of things. Comment down below the fall leaf emoji if you've watched till the very end, because I know this video was long, so I appreciate it. Also comment what your favorite thing about fall is, because I'd really love to know. Also, comment down below what your favorite book to read in the fall is. Like, what kind of genre do you like reading in the fall? Do you go more for fantasy? Do you go more for spooky books? Do you go for horror? Like, what kind of books do you go for in the fall time? I'd really love to know. So yeah, comment all 3 of those things down below. Subscribe if you've not yet already, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!